What's going on, guys? My name's Bill. This is Tool Tech Tuesdays. On Tuesdays, I like to bring you guys tools that I, would normally say that I use in my garage, but I'm not in my garage. I'm at my computer doing some 3D printing, working on a project that I'm not sure if the video's out already. It might be a future video. Not really sure how this is all gonna fall. Anyway, these are 10 tools that you need if you want to get into 3D printing. The first tool you need are some digital calipers. Obviously, you know, if you're trying to like duplicate a part or trying to figure out the size of something, get digital calipers. Don't try to do stuff with like a cheap cords everywhere. Don't try to do something with like just a tape measure or like a metal ruler or something like that. Get yourself some calipers, because this stuff, a lot of it, the way they fit, the way all your parts fit together or are going to be used, got to be really precise. So get yourself some digital calipers. The second tool you need is a deburring tool. Now this thing is actually, I believe, meant more for like metal working and welding and stuff like that. But this thing is great for cleaning up the edges of your parts, especially for like where it mounts to the bed. Sometimes you get like a little lip there where the part was adhered to the bed. This is great. It's got a little swivel head at the top there that just kind of scribes along and cleans up those edges. Get yourself a metal or just a deburring tool. The third tool you need, just some good diagonal flush cuts. These are great for, you know, obviously cutting off stray pieces or just, again, cleaning up like overhangs. You can trim this off, cutting the filament as it, you know, you're replacing a roll, give yourself a nice clean edge, cutting up parts in general. A good set of diagonal flush cuts is essential when it comes to 3D printing. The next tool you need that I would highly suggest is a rechargeable screwdriver with just a bunch of different bits. This is just a bunch of like screwdriver bits, Allen bits, Torx bits, things like that. A really inexpensive rechargeable screwdriver for putting parts together, working on your printer, doing some maintenance to your printer. You need to get yourself a good rechargeable screwdriver. Guys, all these tools will be linked down below in an Amazon storefront. I'll have a whole separate category in there for 3D printing tools. All of these tools, none of them are more than like 20, 25 bucks. Some of them are on sale right now, coming up on the holidays. They go for, I think this is probably the most expensive one. It's like 25 bucks normally, but it's less than 20 right now. So check out my Amazon storefront down below. And of course, being an Amazon affiliate, anytime you click on any of those links, I get a little bit of commission from Amazon. No extra cost or charge to you guys. It just helps kind of pay for some of these videos. So the next tool you need, and I believe this is number 5, is just a set of pliers. Now, again, an inexpensive set of pliers, guys. This has a bunch of different kinds. Got some needle nose, some curved head, some flat nose pliers, another pair of cutters, a couple different kinds. Just an inexpensive set of pliers. You're not going to be using these to really torque on things, but for, you know, again, maintaining your printer, putting parts together. Get yourself just an inexpensive set of pliers. So the next tool is kind of a little bit of a maybe controversial one. Some people say when it comes to your bed that you need to be putting like glue stick. Use like a glue stick to coat your bed to help parts adhere. It's like a purple glue stick or whatever. Some people say hairspray. I personally don't use any of that stuff. I haven't needed it. The only thing that I find that I need is some isopropyl alcohol and just a microfiber cloth. I wipe my bed down. If I haven't been using it for a while, say, you know, it's been like a week or whatever, I haven't printed anything, I'll wipe the bed down just to clear it up of any dust or any, you know, thing like that, or any oils left on there from, you know, taking parts on or taking parts off, I should say. I just wipe it down with isopropyl alcohol, and I have very rarely had any bed adhesion problems. Now, I'm only printing with PLA and PETG right now. Maybe later, as I get into other print types or any other like nylon or things like that, may have issues, never know. But for right now, I just use isopropyl alcohol and microfiber cloth. The next tool you need is, I got this is like a little spatula. And this is just good for, you know, getting parts off the bed. Normally, you know, you can just kind of take the plate off, bend it, and parts will pop off. Sometimes if you have like a larger part, or sometimes things are just stubborn, to get off the bed. I've noticed that with like pet cheese, sometimes it can be, for larger parts, it can be a little stubborn. Got a little, real flexible, real thin little spatula. Great for just getting parts off the bed. Obviously, you don't want to go digging onto the bed with this thing. You can really damage it. But you know, if you're careful with it, it doesn't cause any damage at all. Nice little spatula. The next tool is actually down in the garage right now from working on my CNC plasma table build, but is a little cheap little electric soldering iron. I don't use it so much for soldering, but I use it for doing a heat set thread inserts. It's got a little end on it that goes into the heat set. You plug it in, heats up, it heats up that heat set, and then as you press it into the part, it just melts the plastic and seats those threaded inserts. I don't have any threaded inserts here. I thought I had some. But yeah, just a cheap plastic soldering iron. It doesn't need to get like stupid hot. Again, I have some links down below in my Amazon storefront. I got one in there that I use. It's a great little tool. I've never used it actually for soldering. I got it just for doing heat set thread inserts. So yeah, just a little cheap soldering iron. The next tool is just for doing maintenance to your printer, and that's just a set of nozzle cleaning brushes. Your printer should come with some, but I bought another set just to have a little bit better quality probably than what comes with the printer. This is, if you get plastic jammed up in the nozzle or inside the tube, you got to get in there and clean that stuff out. Luckily, I haven't had that issue yet. I've only been printing for about a year, but it's better to have it and not need it. And this way, if it comes down to it, you can unclog a jam real quick and get right back to work. But yeah, just a cheap set of little nozzle cleaning brushes. Next tool is, again, for like putting parts together or doing maintenance to your printer, is a universal wrench. This can go anywhere from like 3mm to 17mm or something like that. I forget what size it is. This thing is, the sizes are actually all rubbed off this thing, but it's good for if you do, again, doing maintenance to your printer, putting it together, taking it apart just to clean it up, whatever. Also for putting stuff together, sometimes if you're using a nut. This way you don't have to have like a bunch of different nut drivers. Now you can get quarter drive nut drivers to go into your cordless electric screwdriver, which maybe I'll pick some of those up. But at least have like a universal wrench like this. All right, I think that was 10, but here's a bonus one just in case I missed one. A butane torch. mine is downstairs in the garage. It just takes a little, you get the little cans of butane, it's refillable. Again, I've got one in my Amazon storefront link. Just a little butane torch with there. It's good for kind of really, you can smooth parts out with it. Give it a quick little dusting of some heat. Also, if you get like stringing on your parts, you just kind of melt those away with a butane torch. You're not gonna sit there and cook your part with it, but just give it a dusting. It'll clean up a lot of edges. It'll clean up the surface. It can clean up some stringing. Just a good little tool to have. Highly recommend you get a butane torch if you're gonna start getting into 3D printing. So there you go, guys. Just a quick list of like 10 tools I highly recommend you get if you're gonna get into 3D printing. Again, you don't need to go out and spend a whole lot of money. I think every one of these tools is less than $20. Some of them are even less than 10. You don't need to go and break the bank to get into 3D printing. Especially now, holiday season coming up, you can pick up a printer, with holiday sales for relatively cheap. I got into it right around Christmas last year, and I think I picked up, this is my Creality Ender 3 V3KE, I think is what the name of it is. I've had zero issues with this once I got it really dialed in. Spend the time to learn your printer if you want to get into it. But yeah, you don't need to break the bank to get into this. Spend some little bit of money. What it really takes is just the time to sit down, especially if you're gonna start doing like CAD stuff. Learn some CAD. Spend some time with your printer getting the settings dialed in. There are plenty of tutorials here on YouTube to really get your settings dialed in on your printer. Guys, you can do so much with your projects. It really kind of opens up new opportunities. Really hope you get into it. I've been having a blast learning it, and it's just gonna help me get more done on my projects. Guys, this is an essential tool for your garage, your workshop, for whatever project it is you're working on. Really appreciate you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe, hit the bell, get back to work.